Let's get you back into the rose petal murder trial for Zachary Hughes. The next witness has taken the stand, a big witness. He found the body. This is the victim's fiancé, Bradley Post.
Did Christina actually fly over to Italy?
Yes.
Do you know how many times?
Twice.
And were you assisting her and helping her throughout this process?
What do you mean?
Financially, were you helping her?
Some, but she was receiving contributions and reimbursements from those organizations that help women like that.
Women obtaining the return of their children who've been taken abroad?
Yes.
And so did you emotionally support her? Are you involved? Did she tell you what's going on?
Yes.
And so do you remember did Christina ever get the return of her daughter?
Yes.
Do you remember when that was?
April, May time frame of the year.
Of 2021?
Yes.
I'm going to take you back to October 13th of 2021. Do you remember that day?
I do.
Can you tell us what you did that day starting in the morning?
Well, she had a job interview, and
she is Christina Parcell?
Yes, Christina Parcell had a job interview. Typically, when she had something critical, I would call and try to make sure she was up, and she was. And then when she was driving to the interview, she called me, and we talked for a while. And then she was a couple minutes from her interview, and so she hung up.
As far as you know, did she go to that interview?
Yes.
And then when she was at that interview, what did you do?
Generic things, common things around the house. Had to clean up and do laundry and dishes and things like that.
And then did you ever attempt to contact Christina?
Yes.
About when did you attempt to try and contact her?
I think it's around 11 o'clock, plus or minus somewhere in there.
And so how did you do that?
By phone.
And were you successful?
No.
So as a result of your unsuccessful attempt to contact her, what'd you do?
I thought I should probably go over and see how she's doing.
And did you do that?
I did.
How did you get there?
I drove my car.
What kind of car did you drive?
Mercedes.
Is it red?
Yes.
When you drove over there, where'd you park it?
In their driveway.
And when you arrived to 122 Canebrake, what did you do?
I went to the front door and rang the doorbell.
And were you able to enter?
No, she didn't answer.
So then what did you do?
I walked around the back door because frequently they'd leave the back door unlocked. And I walked into the back door.
This jury just saw the body camera of Chris Robinson. Did you see him go in the house?
See who?
Deputy Chris Robinson, the officer who you spoke to, the first person you spoke to on scene.
I may have, but I don't recall who he was because there were several people there.
And the door that he used, was it the door that you used to enter? Do you know what door he used?
I think they went through the front door. No, they might have gone to the back door. That's right.
And is that the door that you used to enter the house?
Yes.
Okay. So you did enter the house?
Right. Again, I'm not sure whether it was the front door or the back door that they entered.
And so what did you do when you walked inside the house?
It was dark, quiet, and so I walked back to, down the hallway to see if she was in the bathroom or the shower, and it was all dark. And I looked on the floor, and right at the entrance of the living room and off that hallway, there were petals from like a rose. And as I looked into the room, and I saw her on her back.
And when you saw her on her back, was there a lot of blood around the room?
Yes.
What did you do?
I walked over and yelled at her and then called 911.
And when you called 911, what were you requesting?
I told them who I was and where I was, and we needed, I guess, an ambulance or and the police assistance.
At this time, on October 13th, did you know where John Nola was located?
I assumed he was in Italy.
Mr. Post, I'm going to show you some envelopes. I'm going to refer you sort of back to around June of that same year, 2021. And I'm going to show you some envelopes and ask you if you recognize these envelopes. And I'm going to show you States Exhibits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to start with Exhibit 1. I want to make sure the jury can hear me, okay?
Yes.
I'm going to stand this way. I'm going to start with Exhibit 1. And do you recognize that document?
Yes.
Okay. Tell this jury about how you came in contact with this document.
It was mailed to me.
Say it again.
It was mailed to me.
Okay. And is your name on it?
Yes.
And the return address is a P.O. box. Whose P.O. box is that?
It's also my P.O. box.
And when about was it mailed to you?
June 30th? June 30th.
Okay. Did you receive other envelopes as well?
Yes.
Okay. Tell this jury about how that happened.
Be a little more specific.
So tell this jury you received an envelope. What did you do once you received it, and did you receive other envelopes? Question.
I received the envelope. I opened it because it was very suspicious, with my return address. And I looked at it, and then I called my attorney.
Why did you call your attorney?
Because of the contents inside.
Can you describe the contents?
Yes, there were naked pictures of Miss Parcell, and if I remember right, there was a mailing list of which would kind of indicate that they were going to be sent also to those locations.
I'm going to show you States Exhibit 2. Is that a similar envelope as well?
Yes.
And did you open all these envelopes?
No, I did not.
On States Exhibit 2, what is the address that it was mailed to?
It was mailed to me, but my name was misspelled.
And then I'm going to show you States Exhibit 3. Another envelope.
Yes.
And is it a similar envelope to the other ones that you received?
Yes.
And what is the address on that?
I'm 24. It's 25. It was my neighbor's.
So 25 is your neighbor's house.
Yes.
I'm going to show you States Exhibit 4. Do you recognize that envelope?
Yes.
Where was that envelope?
It was sent to an establishment that I spent a lot of time with.
And what is the return address on there?
It's mine.
How did you obtain this one if it was sent to another establishment?
I had known since the very first one that others may be sent to people. And so since I knew the owner very well, I told him that he may be receiving an envelope with those dimensions. And I said, if he does, I'd appreciate a call back.
And States Exhibit 5. Is that another envelope?
Yes.
And what is the address there?
My address.
And the return address is?
My P.O. box.
And States Exhibit 6.
Yes.
What address is that one?
It's 22, which is another neighbor.
So after you received and collected all of these envelopes, what did you do with them?
I talked to my attorney, and we set up a meeting.
All right. And after you talked to your attorney and set up a meeting, what did he suggest y'all do?
That we would meet with the county investigator, we did it with Mr. Bevel, and also to talk to the post office since they were sent through the mail.
And did you, in fact, have that meeting with law enforcement?
Yes.
And what was the purpose of that meeting?
It was to give them what we call evidence, or the things that we were sent, and ask them what we should do next.
And were you, in essence, filing a complaint with law enforcement for a potential crime?
I don't understand the question.
Were you going to law enforcement in an effort to give them evidence of a potential crime.
Yes.
And when you're meeting with law enforcement, you say Detective Daniel Bevel and Mike Nicholson with the Postal Inspector's Office. Did you tell them how you obtained these items?
Yes.
And did you discuss who you thought might send them?
Yes.
And who did you tell law enforcement that might send these photos or had possession of these photos?
Well, we thought we knew who, of course, was behind them, but we weren't sure who sent them because he was supposedly out of the country.
So who did you tell the detectives had possession of those photos of Christina Parcell without any clothes on?
Mr. Mello?
That's John Mello?
Yes.
And that is who she was in? Now, finally, Mr. Post, I'm going to ask you, have you ever met Zachary Hughes?
No.
Have you ever talked to Zachary Hughes?
No.
Have you ever corresponded him with, in any way, shape, or form, through email, social media, or the like?
No.
When was the first time you knew who Zachary Hughes was?
When my attorney set a meeting to come see me, and he showed me a picture and said this person was arrested for the murder.
For the murder of Christina Parcell?
That's correct.
And a couple more questions, Mr. Post. You and Christina Parcell were engaged.
Yes,
Did you give her a diamond ring?
I did.
Was she wearing it that day on October 13th, 2021?
Yes.
And on that day, did you provide her or give her any flowers the day before or that day?
No.
Didn't give her any roses or anything like that, did you?
No.
Mr. Post, if you could just answer any questions that the defense counsel has for you.
Cross-examination.
Thank you.